A very good morning to all of you. This is 12th video from the unit motion. In the last video, I was discussing the relation between linear velocity, angular velocity and the radius of circular path. Now in this video, I will discuss the numerical problems. Some very important. So as a first, I am considering here state which of the following situations are possible and give an example for each of these. In subtopic A, I have an object with a constant acceleration but zero velocity. An object with a constant acceleration but zero velocity is possible. For example, when an object is just released from a height, then it is being acted upon by a constant acceleration of 9.8 meter per second square, which is called acceleration due to gravity. But its initial velocity is 0. Or in other words, we can write its answer as when an object is thrown vertically upward, its velocity at the highest point is 0. But it has constant acceleration of 9.8 meter per second square, which is acceleration due to gravity. Moving to the next subtopic, I have here an object moving with an acceleration but with uniform speed. Yes, this is also possible for an object moving with an acceleration but with uniform speed in case of uniform circular motion of an object. Moving to the subtopic C, an object moving in certain direction with an acceleration in the perpendicular direction. An object moving in certain direction with an acceleration in perpendicular direction is possible. For example, when an object is moving with uniform motion in a circle, then the motion of the object at any instant of time is along tangent to the circle at that instant, but the acceleration is along the radius of the circle, which is perpendicular to the direction of the motion along the tangent. So for its answer, we can write as an object moving in a circular path with uniform speed, its acceleration is always perpendicular to the direction of the motion of the object. Now let us consider another question. And here in this question, we have a girl walks along a straight path to drop a letter in the letter box and comes back to her initial position. Her displacement time graph is given as in figure 4. Observe it carefully. This is displacement time graph. And what are we supposed to do? Plot a velocity time graph for this situation. So here we have the solution. For t is equal to 0 second to t is equal to 50 second, the velocity is equal to slope of the displacement time graph. So slope is equal to, here in this situation, 100 meter by 50 second, which gives 2 meter per second. It means from t is equal to 0 to t is equal to 50 second, the velocity of the body is 2 meter per second. Now for t is equal to 50 second to t is equal to 100 second, velocity is equal to, the direction has already changed. She comes back to her initial position. So we will have to consider minus 100 meter by 50 second. Here minus sign shows the opposite direction, change in direction. So we have minus 2 meter per second. That is velocity from t is equal to 50 second to t is equal to 100 second is minus 2 meter per second. And the corresponding velocity time graph is as shown here in figure 5. On y-axis, I have considered velocity of the body. On the x-axis, I have considered the time. So here, observe it carefully. This is the velocity time graph for this situation. Now, let us consider another set of question. But before I start the solution of the question and the question, I would like to request that I am going to explain here the solution of each question. Your assignment is you will complete it nicely in your note copy. So we have here, study the speed time graph of a car given alongside and answer the following question. So here in the first we have speed time graph. Subtopic 1, what type of motion is represented by OA? So observe the diagram carefully. We are supposed to answer what type of motion is represented by OA. So OA represents here uniform acceleration. How can we say that this is uniform acceleration? Since it is a straight line and the slope of a speed time graph or velocity time graph gives us acceleration. So the answer is uniform acceleration. Subtopic 2. What type of motion is represented by AB? So from A to B, the body is moving with constant speed, and that speed is how much? 40 meter per second from the figure here. Subtopic 3 we have, what type of motion is represented by BC? That is from B to C, what type of motion is represented? So from B to C, if we will find the slope, we will confirm ourselves that it represents the uniform retardation, or also we can say your uniform deceleration. Subtopic 4, what is the acceleration of the car from O to A? Now we will have to calculate it. From O to A, what is the acceleration of the car? And how can we calculate the acceleration? If the speed time graph is given, we will have to find its slope. So slope from O to A, it is equal to 40 minus 0 divided by 10 minus 0. That is V2 minus V1 by T2 minus T1. So we get 4 meter per second square. That is what we can write. Acceleration of the car from O to A, it is 4 meter per second square. Moving ahead, subtopic 5, I have, what is the acceleration of the car from A to B? Since the body is moving with a constant speed from A to B, therefore the acceleration is what? 0. Now the sixth subtopic, what is the retardation of the car from B to C? Again, in order to find the retardation, we will have to find the slope from B to C. So we will have slope BC is equal to 0 minus 40, that is finally at C the velocity is equal to 0 meter per second. So 0 minus 40 divided by 50 minus 30 using what? V2 minus V1 by T2 minus T1. So here I have minus 2 meter per second square, but minus 2 meter per second square, it is acceleration. If we will write as retardation of the car, we will have to write in positive as 2 meter per second square. So the answer is retardation of the car from B to C, it is 2 meter per second square. In next question, we have what type of motion is represented by each one of the following graphs. In A, each graph is a speed time graph. So if we will observe A, from the graph it is clear that it represents uniform acceleration. Why it is so? because it is a straight line graph. Now in B, from the graph it is clear that in this situation the body is moving with the constant speed. If we will observe C, we can say it represents the uniform retardation. Moving to D, if we will observe it carefully, it is non-uniform retardation. So thank you for today.